Welcome guys to the remake of Vikendi, the upcoming snow map meticulously recreated by allthenewsisgoodnews. Never before has the map been shown in this level of detail, and these are my comments. Starting out at the cement factory, a place that feels like a mix between the mines in Miramar and Milta Power of Arankle. A construction site with great variety, big enough to loot before fighting and small enough to fight before leaving. The fights here are guaranteed to bring adrenaline, because if you drop here with someone else, spotting them before they engage might show to be quite difficult. Moving on to the frozen lake, a beautiful location with a town that seems just about big enough to gear up a squad, depending on the level of loot of course. The different levels of the city connected by stairs are beautiful, and if you hear an enemy on a lower level, pointing your gun at the stairs might be a good place to start. But there are also towns placed on a flat surface. Here we're looking at one of the coastal locations to loot. This town seems pretty close to the size of Lipovka on Arankle, and I think they found the perfect balance, not too big and not too small. The town has many new buildings and a unique layout that all contribute to making this feel more real than ever before. It makes sense to expect a boat spawn here, should you want to travel by sea, and if you travel to this location with a boat, there should be enough time to get off at the piers before being taken down. Next is another highly unique location on the map, a historical town which gives off vibes as being a tourist attraction. Just look at this design. A beautiful church prides the town. A ton of buildings that I've never seen before. A town that invites driving through with vehicles, with roads designed to navigate at higher velocity or even set up a roadblock with your team to secure parts of the city. This one is one of the bigger locations with tall buildings, and an end circle here will be absolutely epic. A frozen river cuts through the map, and it's still unclear if the ice will be able to support a crossing vehicle, but dynamic maps in PUBG is something we're yet to see, so don't get your hopes up too high. A small town is placed where the ice ends. Again, stairs connect the different levels, and it's going to be interesting to see how this is going to work in combat. This is a smaller location, but if the loot is right, this could be a smart place to land. Adding to the vast amount of unique buildings and locations on this map, we also got the Monastery, surrounded by more ancient-looking buildings and a graveyard. This looks beautiful and will be a place you want to see for yourself. And remember, this is not the final version. This is a remake, and the version put into the game will be more detailed. The inner courtyard of the monastery instantly makes you want to fight here. What a cool showdown that could happen, and a final circle here would be utterly epic. If you have watched these videos before, you probably have seen the Cosmodrome already. This is a space facility with control facilities and of course a big rocket. A fascinating part of this location is the control tower, because you can go up there and get settled with your sniper, but be careful because someone might sneak up behind you and take you out at close range. Or you might be stuck up there with enemies waiting for you as you come down. You can't go beneath the rocket. However, I'm not entirely sure why you would want to do that. Perhaps for loot, perhaps for cover, perhaps just because you can. Traveling to another town, I get a good impression of the road system on the map. It seems like a good map for traveling around with vehicles, but going off-road might prove to be very dangerous unless using the right type of vehicle. A snow scooter has been leaked, and I do think we'll get it, but of course we don't know yet for sure. This snowy town that has 2 small frozen lakes also has a size that I appreciate and a design that feels fantastic. But snow is not everywhere. The southern part of the map has very little snow, and taking a snow scooter here might not be the best idea. Many smaller towns and compounds are placed along the coast, which might mean that using a boat won't be the worst idea to travel between the towns. This is a full coastal flyby and a preview of how the edges of the map will look like. Bigger than Sanok, but smaller than the Rankle, hopefully with a loot balance between the two, to satisfy everyone while still having to look for gear. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Vikendi, the snow map. The map that I think will be the greatest the game has ever seen. I hope you are as hyped as I am, and I'll see you guys next time.